How's everybody? My dear family, sisters, brothers, daughters of the Imperial Court, I want to thank you for the invitation to address you on such a special occasion of harvest season of new growth and season of new life. I've been touring around the country, inspiring men and women over the last 20 years. I've changed many lives by the grace of God. I've touched many people. But to be honest with you, I haven't had an opportunity to speak specifically to women. While I know men are present here, I prepared this speech to speak to women. The truth is, I've always wanted to address women alone, but the chance never presented itself. My grandmother used to tell me many days, she used to say, be patient, baby, because truth out of season don't bring no harvest. You see, maybe it wasn't my time to address women. Maybe I wasn't mature enough to address women. Maybe I didn't have the knowledge that was sufficient enough to address women. But you see, I have been waiting for this day all of my life because in many respects I grew up as a woman. Be patient. You see, I was the only boy in my family. I listened to all of the conversations. I saw the pain. I saw the manipulation. I saw the insincere men hanging around seeking to get a piece of heaven with not paying the proper price for that heaven. You didn't hear me. I'm going to say that again. I listened to all the conversations. I saw the pain. I saw the manipulation from insincere men hanging around trying to get a piece of heaven with no clear intentions of paying full price for that heaven. I heard the screams of pain and even the words, why is it so hard for women? Why the pain? Why the second-class treatment? I saw the torment in my mother's face of being smaller than most men but being paid less, being relegated to a fly on the wall, her opinion being not respected and only looked at as an object of pleasure. I saw my sisters and my aunts care and nurture men who were not worthy of them. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. We're going to talk a little bit about pain, but we want to talk about really the essence of who I believe you are. I was given this subject by my sister, and like a good soldier, I followed the orders and I work within your guidance. However, I'm going to put a little Shabazz in your guidance. I've been asked to come here and speak specifically about being thankful, showing thanks, and leadership. When I thought about these adjectives, I thought about the most powerful words in Spanish, in Arabic, and in English. In Spanish, it's mujer. In Arabic, it's imra or nisa. But in English, we call her woman. You see, all of these adjectives encompass the single most powerful creature, in my opinion, in the universe. Because she is a co-creator with God. She is allowed to bring things to life. If she only knew her power, the essence of her true nature, she would once again bring about the success of our children and this nation. You see, when I thought about being thankful, I thought about how thankful you should be to be chosen as a woman. It is through you that all life comes. It is through you that all men and women exist. It is through you that the creation will either continue or die. So when I think about being thankful, I think about you. I think about the woman who taught me how to be thankful. The woman who taught me how to be a leader. When I think about leadership, I don't think about the CEOs and the CFOs, the colonels, the generals, and the sergeant majors. When I think about leadership, I think about the wombs that produced them. When I think about leadership, I think about the wombs that produce the likeness of Abraham, Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, Malcolm, Martin, Oprah, Maya, and Michelle. So when I think about showing thanks, I think about the essence of who you are as a woman. You see, the reason our nation is in trouble, it's not because of racism and discrimination and prejudice. Our nation is in trouble because it is the mistreatment of women. They have tried to exclude you. They have tried to silence you. They have tried to sideline you. The job market pays you less. Religion has tried to put you in a corner. You see, a nation can rise no higher than its woman. When I think about the essence of leadership, when I think about who you truly are, I think about you having the opportunity and the confidence to rise to the highest of the high. You see, God used you as a co-creator, as a conduit, a vessel to bring about life. You see, as a mother, we didn't even know who God was. You taught us who God was. You taught us to depend on you when everybody else forsook us, because you are our first nurse. You are our first teacher. You are our first confidence in the very essence of what we call self-esteem. It was through you that we began to understand how special family was supposed to be. It was through you that we had the defenses to fight the cold, ugly world that is sought sometimes to tear us down, break our wills, and destroy us. Even when you didn't have self-esteem and you hated yourself, you told us to love ourselves and have self-esteem. It is your unconditional love, woman, that as children, when nobody else thought we were cute, you did. When no one else thought we were smart, you did. When no one else thought we had any potential, you did. You taught us what real unconditional love was. When we failed, you might have scolded us. You might have punished us. You might have whooped us. But later, you hugged us. You laughed with us. You worked from can't see morning to can't see night. Tired, but you came home and made sure that you educated us. Because you understood the very touch of a woman could resurrect us from dying every day. You were so loving that you even had unconditional love for your man who most time didn't deserve it. I hope I didn't say something wrong. You see, as men, most of the time we are boys masquerading as men, playing PlayStation while the real men are building space stations, watching 6 hours of sports while people are contracting peace treaties. We have become so docile and scared of life, we have capitulated and laid down, accepting and become content. We have given in to the mendacity of mediocrity, the malicious behavior of being average. We have sold our souls for a mess of porridge. Most of us want to be head of household, but we don't have a head to run the household. But that's a whole other subject. We're talking about women today. You see, when I think about leadership in our community, we should be thankful to you. You put us on your back. You accepted our adolescent behavior. You forgave us for our continued mistakes of disrespect and irresponsibility and incompetence. Sisters, I want to say thank you today, because I never got a chance to really say thank you to my mother as she passed. But I want you to listen to me as I close. I'm going to say it a couple of times because I don't want you to miss it. Until you change the way you look at things, the things that you look at will never change. I'm going to say that again. Until you change the way you look at things, the things that you look at will never change. You have been given a responsibility. You have been put in charge of a human being that will have a chance to flourish in this nation. You were put in charge of a life to be co-creator, the owner, the maker, and the sustainer of the universe trusted you. You should never look at yourself again as a mere woman. You should never give yourself to people who are unworthy of you. You should never again be silent because someone thinks your opinion doesn't count. You should never again think less of yourself because you are a woman. You see, leadership is about outcome. And everything that comes out in this world comes from you. So stand up and take your rightful place in this world. Thank you for having me. God bless you.